I'm very excited to be interviewing my friend and CEO of VEL, Mo Hamzian. Join me for this exciting conversation and this real talk.
How are you?
Good.
Good to
Great
see you. Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
I'm excited.
Me
I'm really
too.
excited.
Ready for this conversation?
I'm ready. We got the coffee brewing.
Coffee is flowing.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. I'm a huge fan of yours, of your energy, and of your work. With that being said, can you tell us a little more about VEL and your vision for VEL?
Yeah, thanks. I love being here. I love what you guys have done with eMerge and in Miami. You're definitely a pioneer, and it's infectious how you guys think, you and your team. I love it. At VEL, for me, I see that sociologically the world is changing a lot. Workplace is now much more retail than corporate. So we saw some statistics. There are like 90 million Americans, half the US workforce. They either don't go to work because there's no office, or they work from home, and at some point home isn't good enough. So where do they go? They go to coffee shops. We wanted to recreate that vertical that says, look, how can we build it from the ground up, that it's been designed for good quality work, from all the way from the menu to the reservation stack, acoustic, neurological safety. So we started doing that, and when the trend is in your sail, the wind is in your sail as the trend, it becomes really, really interesting, and we brought it to market, and it's doing really well.
So tell us, if you could, in a sentence, what VEL is.
If you knew very little about VEL and I met you in an elevator, I would say we're the love child of Starbucks and WeWork.
Perfect.
So it's very much 65% coffee shop,
Okay.
the personality coffee shop. Coffee shops are pay-as-you-go, they're informal, low check value, they're snackable, excuse the pun, but they were never designed for good quality work.
Can you talk about the vision for meeting spaces and being able to host your team at your space?
So for us, there are very few spaces, real estate, there are very few spaces outside your home or your office where space is dependable, micro space is dependable. So we said, what if you could go to a coffee shop and be able to spend $5 in a $30,000 pod, which is being engineered from the ground up for you to become a content creator, have a meeting, and buy a cup of coffee. That's another $5. You're all in for $10 and a robot delivers it.
What are your thoughts specifically around the Miami tech ecosystem, and what's the bridge between VEL and technology?
Miami has become this kind of virtual center for a lot of freelancers and remote workers, which lends itself very well to us. And there are lots of underutilized spaces in Miami, lobbies, atriums, malls, whereby because of the way remote work has come into effect, real estate has to now restructure itself to say, how can I now be relevant today? So for us is to be able to take all the technological advances that exist today, robotics, acoustic value, behavioral sciences, reservation stack, to give you psychological safety, but be able to do it in a way that is really pay-as-you-go, on-demand, snackable. And I think it's a good fit for Miami, because the way Miami has drawn so many people into its ecosystem lends itself really well to what VEL is trying to do, is bring people into our ecosystem.
Who's Iris?
Iris is a robot we have, and we found a company called Bear Robotics.
Okay.
And they produce a robot, and she's called Servi, or he's called Servi.
What's your vision for VEL in the next 5 to 10 years?
So in the next 10 years, we want to be at 250 to 300 units in the States. And I tell that to some of my investors, and they say, you're not thinking big enough. But we're having a great time doing it.
Tell us what your favorite restaurant is.
Well, as you can probably tell, I like eating.
What are you talking about?
Good one. I love pizzas, and I came across a pizzeria called Locali's in Miami Beach, and I love the. That's it.
A fun fact about Mo Hamzian that's not work related.
I used to race cars when I was younger.
No way, I'm a huge F1 fan.
Are you? Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I did a bit of testing for Bridgestone and Goodyear and earned a little bit of living when I was younger.
Where in the world would we find Mo on a day off?
Probably in the garden, pottering.
Really?
Yeah, landscaping, just getting with nature as much as I can.
Being outside.
Hugely grounding for me. Yeah.
What's your favorite coffee, especially in Miami? Espresso, cortadito, or café con leche?
An espresso.
Espresso.
Yeah.
Straight up.
A short, black.
Shoot the caffeine.
Exactly. Through the veins.
Through the veins. Miami tech in one word.
That's a really good question. I would say ambitious.
Thank you again for taking the time. You've been an incredible supporter of ours, and we are here to support you throughout your journey. eMerge is now an extended part of your family, and we're just excited to play a small role in the future of VEL.
Thank you. The feeling's mutual. I'm a huge fan of how you guys see the world. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.